Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Okay, here we go. Gentle Wave by Runic Treetops. Gentle Wave. Anna let a sorry. Anna lets out a satisfied groan as he stretches his back. His fists close. He hold his arms straight above him, and below the small wooden table his legs begin to do the same. A gentle click of his tongue signal the end of his workday, and he's more happy to leave the quiet office. The quaint room on the third floor of the Maritime Bay, many office buildings goes dim as the only human resident turns off his desk desk lamp. I'm sorry. After shuffling a few papers in a ominous folder and placing said folder in a nearby filing cabinet, he smiled to himself with a quick double check of his belongings and satisfied nod as he gingerly make his way out of the building. Maritime Bay is a beautiful city. Being on the coast like it would be enough to set apart from other Christian settlement. But the fact that the town was is so carefully maintained and that its residents are so colorful and open make it the greatest place a man could ever hope to live. At least that's what Anon sees. Ah, the street outside is far from empty. Granted, it's not easy. It's not as busy as it tend to be when the sun is still high in the sky, but ponies, all shapes and sizes, are merely going about their business and all the same. Laughter rings from around the corner. A young couple shares a milkshake at a nearby table. A mother holds her son Hoof as they cross the road, and life continues to go on. Anon plays his hands in his pocket as he observes them, but it doesn't take long for his attention to turn to the ocean itself. He'd never been particularly fond of the ocean. The sea is unpredictable. There's no telling what might lurk beneath the surface. The ring especially true. The ring is especially true when you live in a land of magical equines and strange hybrid animals, and yet, at times like this, when the sky is bathed in countless hues of yellow and orange, and the sun is slowly but surely setting over the distant wave, the water always looks so peaceful. At Anna's attention then stray away from the waters began to walk alongside along the side of the road. The little filly are playing on the sand along the beach. The boat trot is alive and with energy and music, which is a pain to see even in the middle of the city. There's an optimism in the air, although Anon doesn't quite share in unbridled joy, such as an economy, environment beings. He does replenish. Hold on, I'm still waiting. Anyways, he does relish the sense of uh, contentment that comes with it. He might not be having the time of his life, but every day, everything is okay for him. That's enough. Suddenly, he stops dead in his tracks. He tilts his head as he looks down at the sand beneath the streets. Suddenly drop. They are children playing. There's a stallion packing up his belongings after seaside picnic, and there's even a group of uh, raccoonicorn, raccoonicorn. What the heck? Group of raccoonicorns fighting over someone's displaced box of crackers, and yet, despite all that, his eyes are trained on on one single thing, on one single solitary mare. With a shrug of his shoulder, he placed his hand on the rail and threw himself over the edge. It's a good 7 foot drop. Before he reaches the ground, but the sand served as a excellent cushion. Granted, he now has to deal with the sand in his work shoes, but that's a problem for later. He rolled his shoulder and sauntered up, Santers up to the side of the water where the mare is quietly sitting. Hey, Sonny.
Hmm? Oh, hi, Anon.
Anon smiled at the typical cheery girl, gives him a subdued grin. Without asking for an invitation, he sat himself down on the sand next to her, before following her gaze towards the setting sun. It's beautiful out there. Fuck. Hold on. It's beautiful out here tonight. He's sighing.
Yeah,
Something's wrong?
no.
You sure about that?
Why would something be wrong?
You haven't looked this melancholic colic since the time Misty told you about your orange upside down cake smoothie was, and I quote, so so bad it's good.
Don't remind me that.
Despite the foreign annoyance in her voice, Sonny can't help but let out a cute, eerie laugh.
And I don't know. And I didn't know I was so easy to read.
You wear your heart on your sleeve, Sonny. Anna reached over and gently rubs one of Sonny's ears. It twitches and dances at his touch. It takes a bit of effort to get a good grip on it before he began gently to rub it at it. The motion almost immediately causes the tension in Sonny's shoulder to disappear, a reaction that she isn't afraid of showing. Yeah. Besides, I think I can tell when my rabbit pony is feeling down.
I don't know if I should get flustered or upset.
She sighed as she leaned into his touch.
But yeah, well, I guess I don't really know how I'm feeling. Sad. Sad isn't the right word for it, but I don't know what else to use.
Well, what do you have in your mind? Sunny takes a few moments to collect her thoughts to Edgar eye. Turquoise. Those turquoise eyes of hers never vary from the light of the setting sun.
I guess I'm just wondering what's next.
She stated. There is a hesitation in her voice, a fear that making her thoughts known might cause some disaster to pass.
I'll I'll never let I I'll never really felt like this, you know?
You never been worried about the future.
No, not that. Not what I meant. Um, well, is that is what I meant, but there is more to it than that. Um, I guess, I guess I'm happy right now. I'm just happy right now. I'm happy with the way things are, and I don't know if that's a good thing.
Go on.
Go on?
Sunny eyes gazed towards Anon, but in a manner wholly unlike him. They were filled with depth. There's a pain behind them, an understanding of the facts she has yet to grasp. There are thousands of thoughts competing for his tongue, yet he keeps his mouth closed in fear that any moment any one of them might escape. After a moment, uh, after a moment, Sunny casts her gaze towards the sand below.
I love my friends. Each and every one of them means so much to me. I love Maritime Bay. I love Maritime Bay. Fuck. Ah! I love Maritime Bay and Boated Trot and my smoothie stands and the ocean. I love that we got our magic back. The ponies of all kinds are getting along. I love the bright house. I love the garden. I love the garden. I love the adventure we get wrapped up in. And I love having you with me, of course.
Ah, fuck. Her cheeks darkened, but only for a moment.
I
She hesitated, once hesitant once again before speaking her, finishing her thoughts.
I don't know which more is terrifying. The idea of things will change and I'll lose all of this, or the idea that they will never will. That is all I but that this is all there is.
Mm. Anon, Sunny squeaks as Anon finally sees the air petting only to grab her by the torso. She felt herself being gently lifted into the ground into the air before Anon placed her down in his comparable large lap. Uh, he rests his head on top of hers as he wrapped her arms around his arms around his in a hug. From this position, neither can see the other, but the overwhelming feeling of warmth and care is clear to both parties. They resume gazing towards the sun, the ocean. Fuck. Sunny, Sunny, do you remember when we met?
Yeah, yeah, that brings me back. I wasn't eloquent yet. The Bright House didn't exist. No one knew about Misty or Orphaline. Heck, the whole magic restoring thing hadn't even crossed my mind.
Think of how far we've come since then.
Well, yeah, of course, we've come a long way. We reunited the pony kinds. We discovered Earth pony magic. We saved Equestria a few times.
And we had a blast every step of the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Sunny laughed as she shimmies back her back and snuggles closer into Anna's embrace. Though he didn't laugh with her, she can only she can feel him smiling above her. Ah, okay. You brought me so much joy, Sunny. You, our friends, Maritime Bay. I can't imagine a life all without all of you.
Not that I don't appreciate it, but where are you going with this?
You're not going to lose us, Sunny. You're not going to lose us, Sunny.
Huh?
Sunny, Do you remember what I told you about my life before my Maritime Bay?
Only bits and pieces of it? It's been a while.
A long time ago, I had a friend just like you. We had so much fun. We got into so many antics. I was having the time of my life, and I thought it never end.
Anon?
But of course, it did end, as all great things do. We went our separate ways, lived our lives, and moved on. There's a distant sense of longing in Anon's eyes. Although Sunny can't see them, she can tell he's holding back tears.
Anon,
It's okay, Sunny, really. Anon, tilting his head down in a single smidge. He placed a gentle smooch on top of her head before continuing. None of that means they're gone. Whenever I feel like the world is closing in around me, I just remember them. I think about how wonderful experience we shared. I think of the moment we made together. As long as I hold onto these memories, it's like they're still there, pushing me forward and teach me what friendship can be.
that's really sweet, Anon. I mean, that's downright romantic.
Do you get my point though?
I think.
Sonny, life is it's like the wave right in front of us. He pauses, giving the two of them a moment to take in the side of a wave gently washing up onto the shoreline before slowly receding back to the water only to repeat the process time and time again. The fun, the joy, the love, we all ebbs and flows. We feel ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's loud, sure, but most of the time you hardly notice it's happening until you feel slipping away. And then, right when you wondered if the good times are gone, that the waves comes rushing back up. It's not always easy to tell if you're coming back on the shore or pulling back into the ocean, but that's just living things in the moment, all the more important.
Hmm?
And on Chippers let out an empty chuckle before continuing. Nobody. Just nobody. In reality, it doesn't matter what comes next, whether we go on 100 more adventure or we stay exactly like this for the rest of the time. The fact, the fact of the matter is that we've already had great run. We're something special, Sunny. You, you're something special. And on tighten his grip on her just a little bit more. And even if we have to watch the world pass move past us, I'm never going to stop loving you.
Anon?
Besides, I think of a few worse fate than having this right here. Be where our story ends. Damn.
Please don't say that. I know I'm the one that's scared about the future. I don't want to think about anything ending.
You have a point. You have a point. Carefully, Anon shuffled on the sand without releasing Sonny from his grip as he began to stand up. At this point, the sun has nearly finished setting and the beach has now gone so dark that the two of them are the only ones still there. Don't you think we go see what? Why don't we go see what Izzy up to? Izzy's up to.
Right now?
Sure, I could use a little bit of cheer right now. If there's one surefire way to get it,
It's easy.
Actually, I was going to say being all around all of you, but Izzy fits the bill.
Are you planning on putting me down first?
Nah.
And on?
Sunny laughs with a playful struggle as Anon carries her down the beach and towards the board trot. Although the distant scene of monogamy is permit still permeates though in though the air. There's an undeniably joy that prov- pervades through it all. There's no telling what, if anything, will come next for the Equants city of Maritime Bay. But one thing is for certain: it's always be it will always be around to lift up the hearts and minds of those who knows of it. And that's how where it ends. You like jazz? Okay. You like jazz by Runic Treetops. You like jazz?
How? But how can we? How can it be real if our spoons aren't real? Oh, I'm so confused.
Jazz hooves rubs her temples for a moment, taking a break from the soup in front of her. Across from her sits Anna, the only human in Maritime Bay. The two were situated at a small dining table outside of the local restaurant, though they appeared to be the only customer. The red color in the distant only sky is all that remains of the day natural light, and stars started to blink into over into view overhead. It's just a thought experiment, Jazz. Anon said, enthusiastic, clearly unamused by his date's confusion. There's no need to take it literally.
Well, it's stupid thought experiment.
She said with an adorable pout.
I'm going to finish my maybe real soup with my not so real spoon now.
Careful, you're not real mouth by that registered taste.
And on.
And what is taste any what does it taste anyway? And what is taste anyway? It is a coherent quality or simply it is a it is it a coherent quality or is it simply a description we give things due to the extension of our tongue, don't you think?
Stop it. Stop.
Jazz covered her ears and act annoyed, though the smile on her face revealed that she finds the exchange just humorous as a companion.
Just let me eat in peace, please.
Fine, fine. Anon chuckled as he puts his hand on in the air innocently. No more fake philosophy. The two continue to enjoy the rest of their meal in high spirit. It's been a while since go out like this. It's not like they don't see each other often. Maritime Bay isn't really that big, but they are both so busy that it's difficult to make time for quiet moments like these. You look nice, Jazz. Just as Jazz finished eating, she locked her eyes with Anon while he said those words, hesitant for a moment, doing her best to stop the warmth she feels growing in her cheek.
Yeah, I mean, you too.
Uh, I'm ending it right here.
Ciao.